Alright everybody, just a quick little check-in here on how the offseason is going. We had the expansion teams announced. The two teams that won the bids were the Austin Oil Barons, which is kind of a cool name, actually, and the Jacksonville Whitecaps. So we're now going to have 3 teams in Florida and 3 teams in Texas, which is going to be strange. I don't know what divisions they're going into. Can you see it in the standings? Can you check that? Standings. Jacksonville Whitecaps in the NL East, and the Austin Oil Barons are in the AL West. So we have a new rival in our division. That's fun. So yeah, really strange cities. But those are the expansion teams we have, and so I am just about to submit my protection list. This is what I'm going with here. We are going to be protecting from the expansion draft Lucchesi, Manaea, White, Gallo, Calhoun, Allard, Jurado, Solak, Cufo, Taveras, Contreras, Tejeda, Burke, Leclerc, Guzman, Williams, Martin, Alamais, Phillips, Huff, Thompson, Rodriguez, Apostle, Nelson, and Corbin Martin. So that's my 25-man protected squad. Some notable exceptions to the protected list are I did not protect Elvis Andrus because I doubt he gets taken, and if he does, that gives us a little bit of flexibility in our roster, so I wouldn't actually hate it too much. I also did not protect Yusei Kikuchi for the same reason. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of notable absences. Obviously not going to protect Anderson or Kendrick because they're free agents, or Kiner Falefa, I non-tendered in arbitration. We can get over that later in the next update or whatever happens. And then, yeah, didn't protect relievers because I don't think they're going to be too risky to lose. And I didn't protect Yadier Alvarez. I'm hoping no one takes him because kind of want him possibly to be a good reliever for us. Doesn't look like he's going to be taken. His ratings aren't too exceptional. But, yeah, we'll submit this list for the expansion draft. Send it to the commissioner. Send it to the commish. There we go. So that is the expansion draft. So we have in the standings. So we will see what happens after the expansion draft. I'm not sure when it's actually supposed to be, so I'm hoping we did not submit that too early. Oh no, it's at the end of November. Okay. Maybe I should have changed that. Or I should have waited till I signed someone. Oh well. Anyway, that'll be it for this one. Just a quick little update. I'll meet up with you guys on the flip side. Alright, just a quick little update here to go over awards in the league. The 2021 season award voting completed, and I want to go over who won what. So Diego Castillo of the Tampa Bay Rays won reliever of the year in the AL, and in the NL, Edwin Diaz took the award. He actually looks really good. This sim loves him. My goodness. Wow, 60 control for Edwin Diaz. That's something. The Silver Slugger Awards, Adley Rutschman won at catcher, Vlad Jr. at first, Brandon Lau at second, Bregman at third, Torres at short, Meadows in left, Verdugo in center, Mookie Betts in right on his one-year deal with the Red Sox, and JD Martinez won as DH, the Toronto Blue Jays, JD Martinez. So not a 1-2-3 here for Boston anymore. And then in the NL, Quintana won it for pitchers, Contreras won it at catcher, Alonso at first, Lux at second base, Bryant at third, Tatis Jr. at short, Yelich, Marte, and Bellinger across the outfield. AL Rookie of the Year was Daz Cameron, finishing ahead of Mountcastle, Conine, Quezado, I'm not going to say that first name, and Tyler Freeman. Yeah, I'm not going to try it. And Rookie of the Year in the NL was Andy Young of the D-backs, finishing ahead of Neftali Soto, Christian Pache, Andres Jimenez, and Corey Ray. And then AL Manager of the Year, Kevin Cash. NL Manager of the Year, Luis Rojas. Pretty cool for him. He said, "I don't give a darn about the award. I just want this team to win championships." Baseball guy. The Cy Young Award in the AL went to Garrett Cole, followed by McKay, Snell, Glasnow, 3 Rays, and then Gilbert, Pineda, Giolito, Bieber, and Seville. And in the NL, your Cy Young Award winner was Jack Flaherty, with Ray, Scherzer, Buehler, Lugo, Fried, Marquez, and Archer finishing behind him. Archer with his 1 vote, his 4.22 ERA. And then AL MVP, Alex Bregman, followed by pretty solid list here. Some highlights there. Top 3, Bregman, Guerrero, and Ramirez. You get Correa in there, Lindor in there, Cole, Betts. Pretty good list. What you would expect. Except for Dickerson. That's a surprise. Wow, he had a great season. 408 ABs. Alright. And then the NL MVP was Gavin Lux, who finished above the top 3 of Bellinger and Yelich. And then you had Acuna in there, Blackman in there, Luis Urias in there. He had an amazing campaign in 21. Soto is in there as well. 415 on base percentage. Just an amazing hitter. And you got Wilson Contreras getting 1 vote, and Jack Flaherty getting 1 vote as the Cy Young winner. So yeah, that is that for the awards. I didn't go over it when they actually came out, so I wanted to go over it, and I'll throw it into an episode somewhere. Yeah, that's that. I'll pick up with you guys at some point in the future. Alright folks, it is the first day of Hall of Fame voting. It is December, I believe it's the 4th in game today, 12-4, 12-5, probably 12-5. So just wanted to check in, keep you guys posted with my strategy, what I'm doing in the off season. I did the expansion draft episode just to kind of show you guys who I was protecting. A little note about that, we lost a couple guys still. The hopeful, the fingers crossed pick Yusei Kikuchi strategy worked. The Jacksonville Whitecaps took Yusei Kikuchi, which means we are off the hook for his $13 million. And that gives us a little bit more flexibility in the starting rotation. But the downside is that we also lost... Do they not have him on their team? Or was it the other team that picked him? Nope, it was them. We lost Jonathan Hernandez to the Oil Barons. I didn't protect him because I guess he showed up as a reliever, but it looks like the game was like, yeah, he's a starter, and the Oil Barons took him in the expansion draft. I mean, not a big deal, but we did kind of lose a possible back of the rotation piece, but you know, not the worst situation. But we lost him. We also lost, I think, Diaz-Bel Arias. Someone took him. It might have been Austin as well. Let me see. Was it Austin? Nah, it must have been the other team, the Whitecaps, or what is it? The Whitecaps, yeah. So I guess it was the Whitecaps. But yeah, we lost a couple guys. Not that big of a deal. I don't think I could rue the day. You know, Hernandez is probably going to carve us up when we face Austin, but I'm not too worried about it. So that happened. Otherwise, the expansion draft went without a hitch, and that is that. I did make some personnel changes already, or not personnel changes, but I signed some people, and I need to go to me, not them. There we go. Nope, I'm not the Whitecaps. I don't know why I just did that. There we go. My brain is working again. So I grabbed a pretty good coaching staff, in my opinion. We got Dave Magadan as the manager. He has a good development influence, which is what I was looking for my team. He doesn't steal a lot. He sack bunts a little bit. He runs the hit and run, but his hooks are fine. So I liked his strategy. I like this a little bit. The favor hitting is good because my team is offense first, kinda. The biggest thing with him is that he doesn't have a bad relationship with anybody. That was the thing. I was looking at a bunch of managers and they all had bad relationships with every pitcher. Didn't want that, so I grabbed this. He also has a high development influence over Gallo, Calhoun, and Guzman, which is awesome. And he's got a good relationship with a few of the main guys on my team, so I'm fine with that. He's going to be our manager for 2 years. I got Nick Palmer as the bench coach. Again, because of this, he only has a bad relationship with Nick Mears. He's got a good relationship, again, with these guys, and he's got a good development influence. Yeah, I really don't know why he hates Nick Mears, but I'm not too worried about Mears. He looked great for us last year. I don't think having a bad relationship with our bench coach is going to throw him off too much. We got Wes Johnson as the pitching coach, power pitcher focus. He had a good run with the Twins in a couple seasons. Their team ERA was a little high, but their pitching was So, honestly, he's a fine pitching coach. He works with power pitchers. I've got a lot of them. And you can see very good development influence over White, Evans, Guerrero, LeClaire, Mears, Barlow. All guys who are big in my my scheme here. So, hoping that he can, especially Mitch White. I really wanted a guy who had a good influence of Mitch White, and he's got it. So, looking forward to that. And then for the hitting coach, I got Robert Van Scoyoc, who worked with the 112-win Dodgers in 2020. He had a good influence. He's a contact guy, which I think will pan out. A lot of my hitters aren't contact hitters, but I'm wondering if that'll maybe help them make better contact. And he doesn't have like a good influence over anyone in particular, but he had a good relationship and good influence on the hiring screen. So he was the guy I went for there. So I think this coaching staff is really solid for us going into the upcoming season. When we looked at the arbitration screen, if you don't remember, I think I said I was going to make some decisions. I only ended up non-tendering Kiner Falefa. Otherwise, we kept everybody on. We signed Guzman. We signed Calhoun. We signed all the pitchers that were on there. I think Burke was on there. Manaya. We signed everybody except for Kiner Falefa. And I also signed Joey Gallo, not just to a arbitration contract, but I signed him to a pretty solid extension, I think. We got him it's a 9-year contract, but we're paying him $11 million in 2022, $20 million next year, and then $22 million in 24 and 25. He has an opt-out at age 32 or 31. I think it's 32, which he can take, or he's going to stay on with us for 3 more years at $20 million, which, with his skill set, I'm thinking he might be able to age well. At the very least, he'll become kind of a first base DH type, good for a few bombs. At least with his discipline, I think that he'll definitely age well, I think, as long as the bat speed holds up. As long as the power holds up, I think he'll age well. So the $20 million for his age, 32, 33, and 34, or 33, 34, 35, whatever seasons are fine. And then we have 2 team options. at 20 million. So if he's still productive in 2029 and 2030, we'll re-up. If not, we can just cut him loose. But I think this is a good extension for a guy like Joey Gallo, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the contract. So that is that. See, the pitching is still about the same. I haven't changed any roster stuff yet. I haven't made any big time movements to different guys yet. Obviously, like I said, losing Kikuchi definitely gives us a little bit more flexibility in the rotation, which is nice to see. The lineup is going to be about the same. I am not planning on... Oh, first of all, before I get into that, we did make a trade, which you can see here. I'll go over it. I ended up trading Cufo. I traded Nick Cufo to the Houston Astros for Nick Lofton. He was their first round pick in 2020, in the 2020 draft. I really like the looks of his stats in high A at age 22. I've got him in double A right now in Frisco, second baseman, good avoid Ks, not the best discipline, but the contact is solid. The gap and home run are decent. Defensive ratings are okay, but I like the trend that his bat is going through here. He put up 4 wins in high A, which, it's high A, but I'm hoping that he can piece it together and look really good for us. My scout isn't too high on him right now, but average scouting accuracy. And with his ratings, I like where he's going. And the big thing with him, too, he is ineligible for the Rule 5. We have him under control in the minors for a good amount of time. So I looked at a couple offers. I could have gotten some more pitching, some more something, but I decided Lofton was the best bet to grab. I liked his ratings the best, and I just wanted to get something for Cufo because he wasn't going to be on my team next year. He probably would have gotten really mad if he had been sent down again, sent down again. So just trade him to the Astros, get value for him. If he goes off, it's no big deal. We'll have Huff and Contreras on the team as our catchers next year anyway. So, yeah, Huff will be in there behind Contreras, or possibly in front. I don't know how it's going to shake out. Like I said, I haven't called anybody up yet. So I'm not planning on being too active in free agency. I have a few pendings right now. I have offered Michael Fulmer a contract to fill in, to see if he'll fit into the rotation. I really like how he looks at his price. He's pretty cheap, and he only wanted 2.8 mil. I'm offering him 3 mil for 1 year. I like the ratings, the movement and control especially. Fastball sinker looks good. He's got 70 stamina. He can start. So I want to see if he can fit into the rotation somewhere. And I'm looking at the stats from last year. 8 starts. He had a 2.98 ERA. Now, he did have a 1.99 BABIP, but the peripherals were okay for him. The walk rate was great for him. 2.4 is solid on the walk rate. The homer per 9, a little high, but it's only 48 innings. I think the movement will end up holding up. The whip was very low, and where is it? We can look at the FIP here. You can see 4.58, not that bad. 3.73 FIP in 2020 when he had something like a 5 ERA. So he's a ground baller, which is good. He might not give up as many home runs, and it'll give our defense a chance to play behind him. I'm just trying to cash in at a low price, get a guy who might be valuable for me this year. I think the team is going to be on the upswing soon, so it's just kind of settling in and seeing if we can compete. I was planning on possibly making a splash if there was a big name starting pitcher out there, but nobody, there's Max Scherzer, who is injured and asking for some ridiculous sum of money. Did he get signed already? Oh, no, he didn't. I'm on all batters. There he is. Max Scherzer, he's got shoulder inflammation, and he's asking for $33 million. So, and plus he's 37. Not sure how long that's going to last. See, Michael Fulmer, he's a cheap option. I'm going to see if we can slot him in. I looked at Gossman. Not the biggest fan of the numbers from him. We might look at him possibly. My scout does think he's a second starter, so he could be an option. But the price, a little high, I think. But he's down to $9 million. He's not Michael Pineda, who is fragile with a $17 million demand. And Eduardo Rodriguez wants a lot for what he's done on the field so far. 4.78 ERA last year. The BABIP was high, but he's a fly ball pitcher. I'm not sure if I like that. So I'm going to stay away from Erod. I think just, well, actually, let's see. What does he want? 5 years, $24 million a year. Yeah. He's also got a draft pick on him, so I'm not going to do that. But that is where we're at this moment in time. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to hit on. Not really. I'm just gonna do, I did some call-ups here and there. I called up Grove to the next level. Called up some of these guys. Yeah, Spees is healthy. He didn't pitch like at all in Frisco, so we'll try him down there again. Yeah, just made some call-ups, moved some guys around. Yeah, some of the prospects are moving their way up to AAA. Foscue is up in AAA. Jung is up in AAA. It's getting interesting. The players are coming up. The boys are the kids are growing up. So wow, this guy went off. Goodness gracious. Okay. It's gonna be busy making reliever decisions. And yeah, we lost Hernandez, but we still have Nelson, who we got in the trade with New York. We still have Corbin Martin, even though he did kind of fall off a little bit. And we still have Michael Grove. So we'll see where we go from here. So I will end it here. Probably pick up with you guys at the end of the offseason. And we'll go over what I did. Maybe look at preseason predictions if we're in spring training or not. We'll see. So, yeah. See, I want to see you guys. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. Like the video. Shoot me a comment if you have something to say about a trade or a signing, or if you have a suggestion about the series, etc., etc. I'll try to reply to comments if I get them. And, yeah, share the video if you want to help the channel grow. I would much appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.